Good afternoon, bonjour. My name is Matthew Sukram. I am the communications coordinator for MP Anthony Rota. Thank you so much for being here today. Merci beaucoup d'être ici aujourd'hui. We have a wonderful announcement coming up here, and we will hear from the representatives of two of these organizations, as well as the Minister of Economic Development and Official Languages, and MP Anthony Rota will share a few words. We will have time at the end of the speeches for any media to ask questions. À la fin de décours, les médias auront le temps de poser des questions. I will now hand things over to our Member of Parliament for Nipissing-Timiskaming, Anthony Rota, to bring us greetings. Anthony?
Thank you very much, Matt. Good afternoon. Bonjour, Annie. I'm pleased to be here today in this very exciting announcement, and I want to thank everyone for attending. I would like to extend a warm welcome to the Parliamentary Secretary, Terry Sheehan. He's the Parliamentary Secretary for FedNor, and he's always there. And it's always a pleasure to have him come along, mainly because he's a wonderful guy, but also he brings money along with him, and that's wonderful for the area. As well, it's great to see the representatives of some of the organizations that are here today. We have George Burton, who's with Canadore College. He's the president and CEO. Leanne Turner, the supervisor of Canadore College's West Parry Sound Campus. And Helen Francis, president and CEO of YMCA of Northeastern Ontario. Les projets que nous annonçons aujourd'hui auront des retombées positives pour les résidents de toute la circonscription. Et pour ma part, j'ai hâte de voir les résultats finaux parce que c'est très important pour tout le monde. Depuis près d'un an, nous faisons face à des défis sans précédent en raison de la pandémie de COVID-19 et nous devons continuer de soutenir les entreprises, les organismes et les résidents de toute la circonscription, y compris nos aînés. Now, COVID-19 has been something that's been a barrier that's been there in front of us for about a year and a half now, but we're not allowing it to stop us. And we're making strong efforts to get over it, even with certain restrictions. I mean, it would have been nice to all be in person, but you know what? We've come around COVID and we're doing this via Zoom, which is, it speaks more to the human spirit than anything else. And we're not going to let anyone stop us. Now, it's been especially trying time for our seniors. With the constraints of the pandemic, many seniors are feeling lonely, isolated, and disconnected. And we have to do what we can to support them because they have made and continue to make a great contribution to our communities here in North Bay, in Nipissing-Timiskaming, and right across Canada. Nous avons que le paysage démographique du Canada évolue rapidement. D'ici à 2037, près d'un quart des Canadiens auront 60 ans, 5 ans ou plus. Now, one thing that's very important to remember is before 2037, about 1/4 of all Canadians will be 65 or older. And that's something that we really have to take into account. And it's very important that we establish a very strong, solid base to assure that whatever programs we have in place and any policies that are necessary will answer and be there for our seniors as we all get older. That's why today's projects are a welcome investment for the community and its residents. To tell you more about these projects, I would like to call upon my good friend and colleague, the Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Economic Development and Official Languages, Terry Sheehan. Thank you. Merci. Miigwech. Terry, it's all yours.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Anthony. Hello, bonjour, Ani. It's really great to be here to share this virtual stage with everyone. And Anthony, thank you very much for the shout out for FedNor. And I think this is the first time that I've had the opportunity to share a virtual stage with you. And before I get going into the reason why we're here and it's so important for this announcement and such a great announcement, I just wanted to thank you for your work on FedNor's independence that we recently announced in the 2021 budget. I know I recognize you as your MP. You had a private members bill in 2009 and then in 2011 again. And we stand on the shoulder of giants. So I just wanted to recognize your work in helping us achieve that for 2021. So without further ado, Anthony, I want to start off by paying respect to the Anishinaabe people who are the traditional guardians of this land. I acknowledge their longstanding relationships with this territory, which remains unceded. I recognize that I reside on the, the Robinson-Huron Treaty Territory, that North Bay is also located in the Robinson-Huron Treaty Territory. I wish to pay respect to all Indigenous people in this region, the Ojibwe, the Métis as well, and all Indigenous people across Canada. And, I can tell you that I want to acknowledge the traditional knowledge keepers, the elders, the young people that work with the elders as well. So I wanted to honor their courage, past, present, and future. So thank you, Chi Miigwech. So, I wanted to thank you all for being here again, and I'm delighted to be here on behalf of Canada's Minister of Seniors, Deb Schultz. Today, I have the pleasure of delivering great news for seniors in North Bay and area. The Government of Canada values the contributions that seniors have made and continue to make to our communities. With the constraints of the pandemic, many seniors are feeling lonely, isolated, and disconnected. The supports they usually rely on, like family and friends and many community programs, can't be there to help them the way they did before the pandemic. That's why it's so important we do everything possible to continue to empower seniors in our community, and improving the quality of life and well-being of seniors during this pandemic is a top priority. We know that Canada's demographic landscape is rapidly changing, as you have already noted. In 2037, Anthony has already indicated that close to 25% of Canadians will be 65 years of age or older. So it does mean that we have to lay solid groundwork for the future and make sure we have the programs and policies in place to meet the needs of an aging population. That means addressing isolation, which is disproportionately impacting seniors. Seniors who are socially isolated make more visits to emergency rooms, use more medications, fall more often, and enter residential care sooner. So we've made it our mission to promote social participation and inclusion. And we're doing this through a Government of Canada program called the New Horizons for Seniors program. This program provides grants to organizations that support seniors and connect them with their communities. Since New Horizons was launched in 2004, tens of thousands of projects have been funded in hundreds of communities across Canada, creating opportunities for seniors to become empowered and active members of their communities. New Horizons supports projects that really make a difference in the lives of seniors and their communities, and creates opportunities where seniors can share knowledge, skills, and experience to the benefit of others. So, on behalf of the Government of Canada, it gives me great pleasure to announce $43,590 in funding through New Horizons to help support Canadore College and the YMCA of Northeastern Ontario. With this funding, these organizations will be able to run programs which support seniors through social inclusion and educational experiences. By supporting New Horizons, projects like these ones today, we are taking action to ensure that seniors have a strong presence in community activities and that they receive the recognition, respect, and admiration that they so deserve. I'd like to commend George Burton and Leanne Turner of Canadore College and Helen Francis with the YMCA of Northeastern Ontario for the very important work you're doing and the vital programs you run for seniors. Your work truly enriches the lives of others and strengthens the community right there in North Bay and around the region of Nipissing-Timiskaming. I wish you all the very best in all of your endeavors. Merci beaucoup. Chi Miigwech. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. I'll now invite George Burden, the Canadore College President and CEO, to say a few words.
Well, thank you. MP Rota, Parliament Secretary Sheehan, our partners, the YMCA, Helen, Nicole, and of course, Leanne, our manager of our Parry Sound Campus, and members of the broader community. Pleasure, and thank you for that wonderful announcement. As you know, Canadore is dedicated to the communities that we serve, well beyond our programs, our students, and far reaching outside our laboratories, that we're really grounded in our communities. And the Seniors in the Forest program is one example of this. Our West Parry Sound campus, with its beautiful surroundings, is the perfect location to offer this programming. The objective is to bring older adults together to return them to a sense of community that was lost to many during this pandemic. We're all aware of the particular challenges this pandemic has caused for seniors in our communities. And Canadore is pleased to be able to help those who are particularly vulnerable to isolation through this intergenerational program. And it's the intergenerational aspect of this program which is near and dear to our heart, as Canadore has embarked upon areas of study that are inclusive of all our participants, that we know that a multi-generational setting leads to greater health, both spiritually, mentally, and physically for our citizens. I'd like to thank our staff, our communities for their support, and of course, the New Horizons for Seniors programs for this financial support to allow our West Parry Sound campus to connect with the community in this very unique way. I'd also like to acknowledge that Canadore is on the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe. We acknowledge their teachings in all that we do. It underpins our approach to programming and services. And to that, I say once again, say thank you to all, miigwech, and great things will happen. Merci.
Thank you, George. I'll now invite Leanne Turner, Supervisor of Canadore College West Parry Sound Campus, to say a few words. Leanne, it looks like your microphone is still turned off there.
Oh, I failed. Sorry about that. Thank you so much to our honorable colleagues from the Government of Canada, and thank you to my honorable colleagues in the community for attending today. When we consider the social determinants of health, COVID-19 has really seriously impacted the seniors in the West Parry Sound community, the outlying municipalities, and the First Nations that we also are neighbors with. The social determinants of health suggest that people should and would benefit from having interest in the land, interest in each other, and a sense of community. What we've tried to do at Canadore College prior to the pandemic is look at a cradle to aged inclusion of our programming outside of the core, but in support of the community. And this opportunity was a wonderful one to provide our seniors to come back into the fold. And right now we're looking to offer outdoor programming in this beautiful setting. We have bald eagles, we have woods, we have a pond, we have a fire pit, and we have many seniors that are interested. Many of their local community settings have had to close during the pandemic. And as we prepare to welcome people back into the community fold, we feel that we're well positioned to support the Seniors Horizons in all aspects, whether it be able-bodied or people who require certain access or adaptability, and young as 50 and as old as 100. So thank you very much. We're looking forward to it. We've already begun our program, and we're shortly moving into outdoor activity as soon as we're permitted. So thank you again, and thank you for hosting this today.
Thank you, Leanne. I'll now invite Helen Francis, the President and CEO of the YMCA of Northeastern Ontario, to say a few words.
Thank you, Matthew. So first of all, through the Parliamentary Secretary, Terry Sheehan, and our MP, Mr. Anthony Rota, first like to thank the federal government for the funding for our DISCO project, which stands for Digital Inclusion and Seniors Connection Opportunities. This collaborative work with Canadore College and the Village has been a wonderful opportunity to not only support seniors at this time, but also to give meaningful placement and volunteer opportunities that promote intergenerational relationships by involving our youth. Our first ever pilot project, DISCO Hub, launched in the summer of 2020, which was at the early onset of the pandemic. And we worked closely with the staff at the village and our local public health unit to ensure that we could run this in a safe and inclusive experience for everybody. The funding will allow us to take this project to our site in East Ferris, and it will mark our 4th pilot location in Northern Ontario. We will be running 3 4-week sessions geared to support seniors and help boost their comfort level in using digital devices and other forms of technology to assist them in their day-to-day living. From email to groceries, from FaceTime with family through to refilling pharmacy prescriptions, while at the same time building social connection, which, as Leanne mentioned, is so important as part of the social determinants of health. We are looking forward to engaging more of our seniors, and as well, we have the potential to scale this program with the support of generous donors as well as funders, such as through the New Horizons for Seniors partnership. So again, thank you, merci miigwech. On behalf of the YMCA of Northeastern Ontario, we are very grateful.
Great, thank you so much. I'll open up the floor now for any questions from the media. If you can use either your raise hand function or turn on your camera so we know you would like to speak. Okay, great. Not seeing any. So thank you everyone for attending this afternoon's event. The media release will be going out shortly, and this recording will be up online as well later today. Thanks again for everyone for joining us. I hope you have a great day.
Thank you,
Thanks.
everybody. Thank you
Take
very
care.
much.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Stay safe. Stay well.